Are we part of the solution, or are we part of the pollution? Sitting by and wondering why things ain't the way we like to find them to be. Bomb, rock the nation, take over television and radio station. Bomb, bomb, the truth shall come, give the corporations some complication. Bomb, bomb, rock the nation, take over television and radio station. Bomb, bomb, the truth shall come, give the corporations some complication.
All our relations of all colors, of all nations, of all creeds and ethnicities, we come together as one voice to stop the desecration of our Mother Earth.
Deborah and her allies blockaded the Trans-Canada trucks as they were on their way through their reservation, sneaking through native lands in order to build the bottom part of the Keystone XL. Boo on that! Boo! And this is her message to you today. Our commitment to Mother Earth and sacred water goes beyond the timeline of elected politicians' terms of office. It goes beyond the corporate annual profit margin. Our commitment to preserving Mother Earth and sacred water goes beyond our own lifespan. It goes beyond the coming 7 generations. Our commitment is complete and based on love for Mother Earth and the sacred gift of life and water. Inside this great love, there can be no compromise to stopping the KXL pipeline and to shutting down the tar sands. These 2 energy projects represent weapons of mass destruction that can impact all of life for the coming 10,000 years. It's time to end the fossil fuel and nuclear industry and move to renewables, while there may still be time. Now that would be a wonderful revolution we can all get behind. A green revolution based on love and respect. All people in this land and around the world must choose. I hope we can all choose love and life. If we are in this green revolution together, who can stop us? So we must all do everything that we can, educate our friends and relatives, go to every single action that we can, write, call, stomp on Mother and ask her for her help, because if Obama agrees to this pipeline, I expect to see all of you on the front lines blockading that pipeline.
People even knew what the Keystone XL pipeline was. And the people that did know about it, and most of the big environmental groups, did not think we could do anything about it. So then there was a guy, his name was Bill McKibben. Anyone heard about Bill McKibben? And a community of activists called 350.org? They decided we could defeat Keystone XL. This is a decision that was up to President Obama and President Obama alone. America's top climate scientist, James Hansen, he called the Keystone Pipeline XL the fuse on the carbon bomb that is the Canadian tar sands. And if that pipeline is built, if that fuse was lit, it would mean game over for our climate, game over.
We have gotten to the tipping point of climate crisis and calamity. Could it be the stranglehold that big money and big oil have on politics and policymakers? Consider these facts. The price of a barrel of oil, $117. The fossil fuel industry annual profits, $134 billion. Fossil fuel funding for congressional candidates, $347 million. Annual U.S. subsidies to fossil fuel producers, $12 billion. The fact that we have dithered away 40 years of action against climate change and instead debated whether global warming was real underscores the stranglehold fossil fuels companies have on our nation. Here in California, we are the only oil-producing state that does not have an oil extraction fee. In San Francisco, we know we cannot wait for the federal government. We have taken action into our own hands. Just this year, we approved the Clean Power SF program, which will bring 100% renewable energy right to your door, to your business, if you want to have it. Do you want to have it? Yeah! Because it's going to be here for you. I'm also proud to be following Seattle's lead and the work of 350.org to promote divesting from fossil fuel companies in San Francisco. In San Francisco, we have $16 billion invested in our retirement fund. $1 billion of that are investments in fossil fuel companies. We're going to pull our dollars out of those companies. But because PG&E and the fossil fuel companies have a stranglehold, even here in San Francisco, we need your help. Please write to the Board of Supervisors. Make sure that your voice is in the mix, telling us to pass the resolution to divest from fossil fuel companies. And don't forget, we are the 99%. Thank you for taking the streets today. Now more than ever, we have to be warriors for our environment. Remember the future. Think generations ahead. All life is precious, and only a growing national movement and global movement for system change will make the difference. No to the fossil fuel corporate stranglehold. Yes to community. No to Keystone XL. Yes to clean water, clean soil, breathable air. Yes to life. Thank you very much.
It was fantastic. There were people here from every background, different ages. There were grannies out in the street protesting and beatboxing. We had a brass band. We had people from Idle No More, which is indigenous peoples fighting against the Keystone XL pipeline. Youth speakers. Everybody was represented. It was fantastic. The extreme weather in 2012 has been a clear indication that we're really at a dangerous point in the climate crisis. We know that there's been drought. We saw Superstorm Sandy. We saw wildfires rage across the Midwest. And if the president is serious about combating climate change, he needs to not allow the dirtiest form of crude oil to be extracted and piped through the United States. And that's something that he can control, and we hope that in the next 100 days he does deny the permit for the Keystone XL pipeline. We need to bring the carbon in the atmosphere down right away, and that means not developing new forms of dirty energy, develop forms of clean energy. So I think that we can invigorate the economy by investing in solar energy and wind energy, and continue to invest in science to help us pioneer in even other forms of energy that haven't been identified. Walk, bike, take public transit, do energy efficiency on our schools, on our government buildings, on our business buildings. There's a lot that can be accomplished while creating jobs just by doing energy efficiency retrogrades. Look into buying renewable energy. We are starting a program here in San Francisco called Clean Power SF, and by the end of the year, residents will have the option of a renewable energy electricity. That program is a similar program is already up and running in Marin called Marin Clean Energy, and they're selling electricity to Richmond, so the city of Richmond can already get renewable energy. And the East Bay is talking about starting their own public electricity program as well. People really need to get active and stay active on this issue. I mean, the only way it is powerful and the only way to combat all of the money that's in the fossil fuel industry is through people power. Today, we had 5,000 people out here in Justin Herman Plaza. They had 35,000 people out in DC. That is powerful, and that's the way we combat corporate dollars influencing our political process.